Well, good afternoon. I'm all over the place here. Fantastic day for sport. I have been doing live streaming on the cricket, but now I'm switching over for all of you who are into the track and field. And this is the New York Grand Prix that's taking place at the moment. Uh, 100 meters on the track, and we have Gabby Thomas is being shown up on my screen right now. And yeah, so thanks for joining me. I wanted to make sure that I gave all the folks who are into cricket some love, but I also wanted to make sure I give all the track and field folks some attention as well. And so I am I am here for the track and field, and hopefully you guys will enjoy this meet. You have Hobbs, Briscoe, Favor Feely, Hobbs again, Aliyah, that is, Elaine, Thompson, Herah, and yeah, so this should be a good and exciting race right now. Let's see what happens here. Let's see what the Olympic champion has in store. I mean, obviously, Favor Feely is also looking to make some good runs. The Nigerians are certainly doing some good stuff, especially on the collegiate series uh, as well. Let's see. Gabby Thomas is also there too. So, and they're out of the blocks right there. Really a good start there from Aliyah Hobbs. The Olympic champion is way behind, and she's not going to feature at all again. And that comes back into someone's at the end there. It looks like Favor Feely. Yeah, the Nigerian got that season best for her, 11.18 ahead of the American. I think Hobbs is in the mix too. See the between those two Americans there for sure. I think Atkinson may have gotten that. 10-20. Elaine already took off one of the spikes. She looks hurt. Thompson Herah looks hurt. Finishing at the bottom there in 10. That doesn't look good at all. She's on the ground. Something is wrong with Elaine. She's clearly hurt. She took off one of the spike there, and that's not good. I mean, sprint form, Elaine still looks good, but clearly she's not driving. Gabby Thomas is trying to do something, obviously, poor 100-meter sprint form for her there. But that was a good run for Favor Feely there. Not a particularly great time, but they're running into a. Actually, that's not a bad time. Running into a strong headwind, minus 2.1. Yeah. All right. So thanks everybody for joining me here. I was watching the cricket. I was watching the tennis as well. I don't know if you enjoyed that tennis match. I couldn't get to really soak that in as normal because I was doing India Pakistan, and I was doing a pretty long uh, live this morning. And for those of you who are still following the cricket, it's 100, it's 70, 18 without loss for Pakistan right now. The target is 120. Look like Bumrah is in there. There's an interview here with Favor Feely. Yeah, I want to see what happened there to Elaine. I know she was running great anyway, but this time there's some kind of clear signs of injury because she took off one of the shoe and looks hurt. That's back on the cricket here. I wasn't sure if that was Baba Assam or Rizwan. Yeah, it looked like Baba Assam that's kind of pushing that over into third man region there. Yeah. So Favor Feely, 11.18 for the Nigerian there. Atkinson, 11.20, 11.21 for Hobbs. Gabby Thomas finishing in fourth, 11.34. And they're carrying Elaine Thompson off the field. That's not good. That might be it for this year. That's really bad. All in the game, man. What's up, man? I haven't seen you in a while. Did a few lives recently. I think I did a couple track and field lives. I haven't seen you, but I've been doing a lot of cricket. Yeah, tough. A lot of great stuff in track this week. Uh, Yesterday, NCAA championship too. European Championships looking good. I should have been doing some lives on that, but I was doing other things. Let me see what you're saying. Elaine has nothing. The LSU group, Aliyah, Favor, Candice, Brianna. Yeah, they've been doing Coach Favor doing this thing. You can't deny that for sure. Can't deny that. Charles, I don't know what happened to her. She took off what looked either the left or the right spike, and and then she went down on the ground. And when they came back a while ago on the thing, had two persons walking her off the field. Yeah. Yeah, you're right. They are in the game. That's a pretty good time. Pretty good time yesterday. What about Mackenzie Long yesterday? Was it Mackenzie? She was looking really good. Nikisha Price, what was that? 49.89, 48.89. I did not see that coming. I didn't think she could go sub 49 this season, but the Arkansas 400 meter is just like next level there. So some good stuff going on. Hurdles yesterday in European Championship I thought was really good. Uh, in the women's 100-meter hurdles, uh, Sembal Malayala and also Kambunji looking good as well. So track and field heating up in some interesting ways. Yeah, we didn't get to talk to you about that 100 meters last week to all in the game. The oblique civil kind of showdown there with Noah Lyles. But yeah, so I'm doing track and field live. If you're here for the cricket too, I'm keeping an eye on that too. But unfortunately, I was doing cricket all morning. Let's see what all in the game. Mackenzie sprint triple. Yeah, fantastic. Arkansas 1, 2, 3, 4. That's remarkable. I agree with you. Fifth place who ran 50.17. Oh, really? She's transferring to Arkansas next year. I didn't even realize that. Yeah. But I'm surprised at the European Championships too. Some good performances over there too. Fabry record again too in the shot put. Interesting stuff going on. Next couple of weeks, this is it for all. If you're not ready in the next few weeks for national championships, then I'm sure it's probably problematic for some people to book their tickets towards the uh, the Olympic Games. And up next on the track should be, I think earlier in this meet, Jake Whiteman had won the 1500 in a 334.01 ahead of Holt 334.05, Hobbs Kessler 334.41. That looked like it would have been a great race. Obviously, I didn't see it. It wasn't showing on the stream or anything, so not quite sure what happened there. Up next on the track is women's 100-meter hurdles. Should be a cracker here. You have Danielle Williams, who's already gone 12:46 this season. Amazon 12:40 this season as well. Charlton 12:49. Kenny 12. This is good. Alicia Johnson's in the mix too. Anna Hall is probably trying to get some races in there as she prepared to see if she can make that team. Masai Russell as well. Yanni Thompson. I mean, I actually, be honest with you, every time I see 100-meter hurdles line up every year, it's just like outrageous, outrageous. Yeah, Italy having a hell of a year. You agree? Yeah, I forgot about that too. Marcel Jacobs look okay to me. I mean, still not sub 10 yet, but he looks healthy, obviously. Nafi, obviously, she also clinched a spot, right? She did make the qualifying standard, right? Because I don't know if she had the standard before. Looking good. Tentaglia, obviously, is like, that dude is just different class. And I think he has that mentality too. He, shows up when it counts. No doubt about that. I still can't call the hurdles this year. I don't think anyone can call the women's hurdles at the Olympics. It's going to be probably the toughest thing to do. Most competitive race. Big three back to all in the game, in the 400-meter hurdles. Can we get a couple guys going on the 46 or am I crazy? Because I thought even though, well, I know I'm all over the place, but I was just, some of the track stuff I never got to talk about. I thought even though Dos Santos beat Varham the other day, if he hadn't stumbled, I don't know if he would have won that race rather. Yeah. No, yeah, you're right. Simonelli, Fulani. Yeah, all of that stuff was good. I have to be honest with you, I wasn't paying much attention to. I watched a little bit of the European Championships that I could see online, but I didn't expect it to be as fiery as it is. But having kind of reflected on it, there, national championships are coming up, and athletes are getting to that point where they should be showing some good form and class. So shouldn't be that bad. Yeah, let's see what we get from this race here. Can we get a fast time? Maybe not. The 100 meters was into a headwind, so depending what we get here. This New York Stadium is also strange too. You could get a hurricane either way. So yeah, yeah. This is a class field here. Actually, how many women here have run 12:40 already for the season? One, two, three, four of them or so. Yeah. Don't forget to like, subscribe if you haven't. Appreciate it. All right, so they're getting into the blocks here on my end. Lane three is open. Who was supposed to be in lane three? Oh, Marshall. Marshall didn't start. Cricket going well. Pakistan 22 without loss. Definitely ahead of the game. And they're out here. Obviously, that's Devon Charlton out really looking good here. Obviously, a fast starter, world indoor world record holder. Still in the lead. I think she's going to win this. Yeah, she's going to win this ahead of Alicia Johnson, I think. Oh, but it looked like she may have hurt herself at the end. Did she hurt herself? No. Oh, no, she looks fine. That's a good run there from Charlton. 12:56. Let me see the results here. 12:56 ahead of Johnson, who was coming down. 12:58. India's just taken a wicket here in the power play. Looks like Jaspreet Bumrah have dismissed Babar Assam. Yeah, 12:56, 12:58. Toby Amerson didn't get a good start at all. I'm seeing the replay here. She ran 12:66. Also, Daniel Williams didn't look good. Neither Kendra. Oh, for sure, all in the game. Win conditions in a covered stadium like Rome is preferable. I agree with you. Yeah. That's why even Eugene I don't particularly like sometimes. I mean, I know it's not you can get Eugene is great because it lets in some breeze, but when you don't, whew, I'm looking back at Devon here. She looks like she's grimacing a little bit. Hopefully, she didn't really jam that knee. Yeah, minus win here. Uh, they ran into a headwind of 1.9, so that's not favorable, obviously, for to be running. Especially, I think even hurdlers don't like wind anyway. They just like things to be normal. But this is, let's see, 1271 for Williams in fourth, Masai 1273, Kendra Harrison 1277, Yanni Thompson 1294, Anna Hall 1356, but she's a multi-eventer, so it's not a big deal right there for her right there. Just trying to get back from that surgery and back into shape. But Devon Charlton looking good as usual, gets out, chased down by Alicia Johnson, who's also having also a good talent there. So that's it for the women's 100-meter hurdles there. Yeah. Yeah. All right. So the cricket is going. Bumrah definitely took Baba Azam out. So Pakistan now 26 for 1. Uh, Interesting. It was a great catch in the slips that I just saw it while I was looking at the track and field at the same time. Yeah. All right. Next on the track for the will be the what's gonna come up next here? It's gonna be the men's 110-meter hurdle is gonna come up in another 4 minutes or so. There is Brown from the Cayman Islands, Dunning from the United States, Dixon from the USA, Trey Cunningham, who had a good race the other day in Jamaica, has a season best this year of 13:12. Cordell Tinch to 13:16, so that's some good quality runners there, and obviously Rashid Broadwell as well, 13:24. Eric Edwards, and then Tyler Mason from Jamaica. So I expect the bulk of the running to come from lane 4 to 6 here. Let's see what we'll get in this 110-meter hurdles. Conditions not favorable so far for athletes, so who knows? Yeah, who knows? Yeah. Yeah, and just a quick update on the cricket: 26 for 1, 5 overs, 1 remaining. I suspect there's going to be one more over before the end of the power play. A freshman juggle with the run. Oh yeah, I saw that. I saw the 13:18, and there was some other guy that ran a pretty fast time. Who was it? Uh, there's a guy that ran Beard. I think Beard ran how much did he run? Was it a 13:10 yesterday or so? Was it yesterday? Beard. So the hurdles are making its way. 110 hurdles are in an interesting space right now as well. Interesting space. It's a good ball there from Hartik Pandya, kind of floating down into the, looks like a Yorker line there. Anyway, all right. Yeah, the 110 hurdles are in an interesting space in in athletics right now. Yeah, Grant Holloway with the world lead, but Simonelli had that fantastic 13:05 as well. 6 runs there. And yeah, Beard ran that 13:10. It was yesterday ran that too. Yeah. So a bunch of guys in the low 13s. Yeah. Yeah, it's a big PB for him too, right? Yeah. All right, let's see what we'll get here from Cordell Tinch. Looks good right there. Let's see what we'll get from him. Already with a good 13:16 for the season. There's a quick shot there of Devon Allen. Yeah, I saw that too. Ronnie Baker, yeah, 9.98. It's not a bad run too. I didn't see the run actually. I just saw the result. How did you see it? How was it? All right, so the guys are in the blocks here for this 110-meter hurdles. Cunningham looked really smooth last week. Was it last week at Racers Grand Prix? Cordell Tinch been running well as well. Let's see what we get from them here. I think Broadwell is out easy early, not his normal thing. Cordell Tinch is having problems, but Trey Cunningham is by himself right now, and he's like clearing this thing. Rashid Broadwell is coming back in the mix, and Cunningham wins this in comfortably. He looks much cleaner hurdling than anybody else. Rashid Broadwell the Jamaican there coming back in the mix. So it looks like a 13:21 to 13:28. Yeah. Yeah, Cunningham is smooth right there. Looks smooth. Dickerson third 13:45. Tyler Mason from Jamaica 13:52. Tinch 13:56. And also running into a headwind, but just minus -0.8 right there. It's not a bad run there. Yeah, that. How did you know that? I actually. The problem was there a complaint about sponsorship there? I can't remember, or it was just interesting. I just saw turned ahead. I see that they're showing Michelle Carter and our brother. I don't know what they're saying. Oh, it looked like he died. Oh, didn't realize that. Uh, you missed the women's 100 meters. Uh, unfortunately, unfortunate for Elaine Thompson. It looks like she's hurt, but Favor Feely won the women's 100 meters into a minus 2.1 win there, and 11:18 ahead of Atkinson 11:20, Aaliyah Hobbs 11:21, Gabby Thomas 11:34, Makaya Briscoe also running 11:34. Elaine Thompson finishing at the bottom there 11:48. When she crossed the line, she took off her shoe immediately and went down, and she was seen at another shot. She was being carried off the field there. So unfortunate. It seems as if she's injured for sure. Yeah. Oh, there's another wicket that's been gone in the cricket. I didn't even see this. No, sorry. No, I take that back. 35 for one still for Pakistan. They were just doing a comparison. Okay, haven't watched a number of videos of her since she retired. You could tell. Okay, okay. Yeah, that's good. Yeah. I mean, yeah. I don't want to get into the whole money situation in track and field. The let me check something real quick. Yeah, so that was a good. Yeah, I did see the results of the javelin yesterday, last night, 63-22. How old is Kara though? I'm trying to remember how old she is. But anyways, Olympic year, everybody tries to get back in, if they wanted to. All right, so next on the track would be men's 400 meters. Zidane Barnes, Elijah Goodwin, Matt Bowling. He's been doing the rounds recently. Richards, Jareem Richards. I think last week he was saying that the 400 meter is calling him as opposed to him calling it. Wade Van Niekerk, let's see what the world record holder has in store. Kirani James, Chris Bailey, and Patterson from the United States. And there's a little shot of the shot put here. Looks like Sarah Mitten is in the lead at 2015. Raven Saunders. Oh, haven't seen her in a while. Oh, I guess she's back from the whereabouts violation. Oh, she's 38. Yeah, so yeah, I can see why she should have retired too, right? Yeah. There's the women's shot put. Let me see what's going on here. So Saunders is back now. That's what 1911 for her. Sarah Mitten 2015. Canadian is having a great year. Ramsey 1883, Woodard 1839. Yeah. That's no height there for Raven there. She has to get that up higher for sure. All right, so the men's 400 meters should be on track soon. What you saying? I pray that most of the NCAA athletes will make their national teams. For some of them, they will fail when it matters the most. That's true. I think. So there's national trials coming up for most countries in another couple of weeks. So you think for some of them they might be able to make it, but it's been a long season. I know the drill here. The expectation that because they perform well in college, it doesn't always translate. For a few of them, that may be the case, depending on also the institutions that they attended and also the relationship they have with the coaches in terms of what kind of preparation you'd want to have going into a major championship year like this. For example, you think of a Brianna Liston. The idea was that she was going to be ready for Jamaica trials regardless, according to the coach. But you don't know until you see it. It would be good. I mean, the women's 400 meters at the NCAA championships was a fantastic thing. You would hope that all of those women would be ready. If they're not ready in terms of capable of delivering that again on the track, individually they could also form part of a good 4x4 unit for whatever nation state they're supporting, Britain, Jamaica, whoever. I'm trying to look at this long jump real quickly here. Well, it's not really helpful when they don't have the electronic measuring system that we can just see. That's 684 in our second round for Tara Davis Woodall. Not bad, but it's hard. That the angle of that jump wasn't really that good. Yeah, I saw that. Yeah. It's gonna be crazy. I think we're in a special year for sure in terms of where we are. I mean, I've been saying this recently, and I don't think you would disagree with this. Most of the strides that we will get in the sport of track and field in terms of records are getting closer to records and pushing up against those things will come from women overwhelmingly, just because of natural progression. When some of them start, some of these records were when participation in sports occurred and so on. I mean, there's some records on the books that need to be wiped out for sure, but outside of that, we start to see better performances. Like in the distances, I think 5,000, 10,000, women's marathon, all of those spaces there, even 1,500 meters. We don't know where the space for that is. I don't think. I think we're heading into a period that we could see world record after world record. So we'll see. All right. So men's 400 meters are coming on the track right now. And I want to see what Wade Van Niekerk will do. Jereme Richards as well. Kirani. In my mind, I wonder if Kirani is running a little bit too much for his age. But then again, he doesn't have to compete. There's no competition for him to make his national team. So it probably doesn't even matter. And Matt Bowling, everybody's favorite that can't quite figure out which event he's going to run. All right. Let's see. Don't forget to put your comments in, like the video, all that kind of stuff. So they're off. That looks like Kirani James already making up the stagger. And he's like coming off there. Matt Bowling is struggling a little bit. Wade Van Niekerk isn't pushing at all right now either. And James is going to come off this curve in a commanding position, it seems like. Richards is moving now. Matt Bowling is trying to push a little bit too. There's a bunch of guys coming on at the same time. Richards, Wade Van Niekerk, and Kirani James is pushing now, pushing really hard. And James is going to win that. Chris Bailey on a big close as well. Gets into the second position. Wade Van Niekerk third. Richards fourth. And Matty Bowling coming in fifth, it seems like. So 44.55 for Kirani James. Not a terrible time. Chris Bailey coming in 44.73. But a bunch of guys came off the top of the bend. I mean, I thought Kirani was going to come off much by far off the top, but I guess he conserved some energy. A bunch of guys there. You saw Richards lifting also. A dig there from Wade Van Niekerk, but couldn't find anything. And Kirani uses his strength there and gets through at the end. I mean, it has to be windy out there in some way on the stretch for sure, given what we've seen so far with the other, with the flat sprints. Yeah, so 44.55, 44.73, 44.74 there for Van Niekerk, 44.82. So 4 men going sub 45 right now. Yeah. I agree with you. The 400 meter in Paris is pretty open. I think on both sides it might be open. Well, and I say this with all respect to even Paulino. I mean, let's go back to the men. I think it's open on the men for sure. Got to see what Mike Norman really does. You know, he looked good recently in the LA meet. The Stephen Gardner is still the guy I want to see in the next couple of weeks. When he ran in Ostrava, he was looking comfortable. Then Alexander Doom, indoor champion, right? Doom was the indoor champion. He ran him down, but Gardner still won the race. If Gardner gets back to where we know he can be, clearly coming back from injury, working his way up, if he drops a 43 in the next couple of weeks or so, doesn't necessarily have to, but if I can see him getting back to his kind of form, then I think no one can beat a fit Stephen Gardner. I don't care who you are. Maybe Mike Norman may have something to say there. But if he gets back to his championship level, then I give him the gold medal, I think. But you're absolutely right. I think this year the 400 meter is wide open. There's a bunch of guys that could potentially stake their claim. Yeah. Yeah, that and as all in the game is putting that up to the teenager there. I don't know where he will put be in the mix, but the men's 400 meters wide open for sure. It's intriguing year as well in the sense that we haven't gotten a lot of fast times. We still have that time from early May from Morales Williams. What did he run? 44 low. He ran a 44.5, I think. Hudson Smith ran that really great time there in Norway recently. So is there Endori? I don't know what he'll do. We have to see him running outside altitude as well. Mike Norman ran that good time. So it's an open space for sure. Certainly an open space. Yeah. But if Gardner gets back to his best, my money is going there. But that's just me. Yeah. Yeah. Let's see where we are now. So next up on the track, we're gonna get a 800 meters. That's gonna come up in a. Actually, no. Let me put that at men's 100 meters coming up on the track next. It's gonna feature Fred Kerley. We'll see, only hasn't gone sub 10 for the season yet. We'll see what he'll do. Will he respond uh to the oblique Seville Noah Lyles run? Let's see. We're gonna get an update on Elaine here. Is it? I'm just seeing the race again for Elaine. Just going through the motions, comes off there. Let me see. Yeah. Then she holds up the right foot, immediately takes the spikes off, was carried off. They're icing that ankle. Yeah, she's grimacing still, even getting that ice. That's not a good look for Elaine. It's really tough there for Elaine. Yeah, 44.5, 44.7. Gardner Norman needs to drop sub 44 soon. I think so. I think we're at that stage where I anticipate we should get a sub 44 at least by the US trials for sure. Congratulations to Nikisha Price on a record-breaking run. It's going to be very difficult for anyone to beat the Dominican athlete. Yeah, it's going to be hard to beat Paulina for sure. Strategy-wise, I think she's improving too, but really strong. I don't know where Shawnee will be by that time too. That's the thing. You have to see, can she get back to a level? We'll get to find out soon. I don't know. And all in the green, you've had to be either really brave or stupid to bet on her to defend any of her 1-2 titles. Who was doing this? Yeah, I mean, yeah, it's hard. I mean, like I will say, last year when we saw Elaine come back when she was on the woman, what's her name, Osborne, she looked decent by the time the end of the Diamond League season happened. But then there's that bust up, then change coaches. But clearly, injuries are just like problematic here. All right, let's see what's happening in the 100 meters. Let's see what Fred can do. He's been talking a lot, but I don't know if I put anything on him. There's going to be a false start there. It might be Fred. And these guys aren't hearing this. Who's the guys that are way out there didn't hear the recall gun, and they're like all the way down the track. So two guys are all the way down the track. That's not a good look. Hmm. What's going on? How you doing? Hope you're having a good day too. I've been doing a lot of live shows all morning. I was doing the cricket on another stream, and I came over here for this track and field. It's like he stumbled out of blocks or something. Pakistan needs 63 off 60 balls. They're just trying to restart this 100 meter here. I'm not quite sure what they're doing. Appreciate it. Well, you said Fred been talking too much, perform much better back in 20. Yeah, Fred. Yeah, the Fred thing, he talked a little bit too much. I agree with you. And then he was like mounting off with Noah. I mean, the difference is Noah delivers, right? Noah, wins the medals, and they talk too much. But I guess then when they don't talk, people complain too. But he's dropped off significantly since he won that title. There's been some injuries too, but also I can't explain the season either. And last year, maybe his he's probably have to do a lot. He got that sponsorship deal. Maybe that's taking away from him. Who knows? Uh, oh, Fred is gone now for sure. Is this by design or yeah? This has to be a joke. India lost a wicket on review, so Usman is gone. Not India, Pakistan. What is this? Yeah, he's way out. That's like his fall started like we don't even need to look at any replay and a reaction time. That's the classic naked eye fall start right there. Yeah, he's out. It's a classic naked eye fall start. I should tell my producer to clip that out and just slip that in the video that we had done on the fall start because this is the one that's so easy. Why I don't even know why he's standing behind the line. Possibly. That's probably what's happening. They're all in the game. He's possibly cracking under the pressure. Yeah. What are they doing? Like, is he complaining about the blocks? Ugandan batsmen last night were like a group of blind men in a dark room with a wooden. That's like a classic right here. I like that. Yeah, I mean they weren't prepared for the kind of bowling that would have happened last night. Akil Hossain, fantastic spell. I thought. I think West Indies was fantastic bowling. The batting, as we discussed yesterday, was still problematic. Didn't really assess the pitch. The turning over of runs is problematic. Yeah. There's some block changes happening here. Aren't these blocks wired up? Oh yeah, no, they're wiring them up now. Okay. Yeah, I don't know. So yeah, interesting. The big game going on right now is Pakistan and India. Pakistan just lost a wicket. They need 60 more runs off 57 balls. They only had yeah. Uh, I guess Fred Kerley's gonna stay in this race. I don't really know. Fred Kerley is requesting blocks. It seems like there's some officials out there. I don't. This But it's not in the race anyway. Like, wasn't he disqualified? Why is he creating a scene though? I mean, he false started. Uh, if he's saying that he's false started because of the slippage of the blocks, I don't know if you buy that. It's a good shot there from Farak. Clips it off. First ball of Ashdeep. 4 runs. Yeah. Yeah, I get no, it's good. No, you're right. Yeah. Let's hope that they have a better performance in the week against New Zealand in Trinidad. No, it's very hard to pay your money to watch an athlete and one false start and he's out. I get what you're saying, yeah, but part of it is the rules too, you know. But I guess he's a big draw, so that's not a yeah. That's I do understand from a spectator standpoint, you don't want athletes going out, but yeah. But a lot of these false starting things also correspond with what TV people wanted to. So there was pressure on both sides to think about making the race go on. You'd call a 100-meter final, and it would take 6 years to complete. You know, 96 Olympics. Linford Christie doing all sort of nonsense. It's it. When was it? What year did John Drummond lie on the pitch same year I saw for Poet? Both of them got that was in Paris, right? Was it Paris in '03? Yeah, I'm trying to remember. There are, or maybe it was '01. Was it '01 or '03? I can't even remember now. But what? Yeah, who knows? So yeah, I think part of that doesn't look look good. Let's see, Rashida Jaga 54 in the semis. Oh, that girl is a special talent right there. Very special talent. I saw the Irish. Did the Irish win the mix relay too? They look really good in that. Did they? Yeah, yeah. I mean, this 100 meters is taking like 40 years to complete. I have to say, this is like running a club track and field meet right now. This can be a continental tour. Let's get a look at Clear McLeod right here. The angle on this is really terrible. I can't. As a TV spectacle, you can't show the long jump like that. I don't know what I'm looking at. There's not even markers for me to see here. Yeah. Yeah, Lika didn't look good in that race. I don't know what happened to her. Because when did we see this? Lika ran. She was running with Pauline and Ostrava, right? Was she in that race? Or it was and they're off here. 10:25. I don't even know who that is. This looks like the Nigerian one, this, right? Onwuzurike looks like he wins this in front of Kendall Williams. I mean, the picture is in the middle of the track, but it looks like it's won by the Nigerian. Let's see the result. Actually, yeah. So Onwuzurike wins this in 10:24 ahead of Williams 10:25. Austin 10:26. Golson 10:30. Not a particularly great race there. For also took forever to get started into a headwind. Took forever to get started. Pakistan lost another wicket here. No, I think Kerley didn't withdraw. He false started. Yeah. Davidson needs to improve his start. He needs to improve a lot, but you're right there here. I'm not sure he's in the mix to make any of the team. Yesterday, I thought I saw Akeem Blake ran what 10? Was it 10 flat or something like that? Yeah. All in the game. Nigeria is a very dangerous. They definitely, and women too. They also have a bunch of women there that can do some damage. They have enough. Yeah. No, Curly probably just he has fans in the stadium probably. Yeah, so that was an uneventful 100 meter at the end. It took forever to get started. A couple of false starts there. Issues with blocks. That should not be happening at a major track and field event. Yeah. How you mean? I don't think I think he false started in the first one. He could. He withdrew because he didn't get a blocks. Is that what they're saying? I'm not listening to the commentary, so I can't. I don't know for sure. He clearly false started on the second one. But I guess they said no, the result is saying DNS. So yeah, maybe I don't know. Good question. It looked like he clearly false started in the when, and then he was asking for new blocks for some reason, but he did false start to me. It was clear as day. So unless they didn't put him out, but I have no idea now. Yeah, that certainly didn't look good at all for the blue ribbon event for a track and field meet. All right, so we are gonna have men's 800-meter next on the track. Let's see Marcus Dendy here running the long jump. But looks good, but I have no idea what that is. Okay, 807. So Peter Boyle is running. Interesting. None of these guys really excite me here. I gotta take a look at that shoot. I haven't seen what's going on there. Whoa, it was 150 for 7, and now the response is 17 without loss. Yeah. I haven't seen any of that at all, to be honest with you. All right, so 800 meters are off. Let's see what we get here. Is there any wave light there? I'm not really seeing so well from this vantage point. Yeah, no wave light. Let's see what we get for this first 400 meters here. Got to make sure you bring this home in less than 51 seconds for sure. This was four. All right, about 50-90 for the first 400. This doesn't look particularly fast. The way these guys are going is probably like 146 at this level. So 100 and. But actually, no, I could be wrong now. They're stepping at this moment. Lopez looks really good right here. He's pushing it. He's trying to hang on here. Lopez is doing it. He should run sub 45 or maybe sub 45. That's really good running. 144.90, 8 or 96 there to keep up. Yeah, not a great race. So Lopez 144.96 ahead of Ferguson 145.06. Hoy 145.35. Where did Peterborough finish? Way down in the back. 148.41. The Peterborough thing is interesting to me. It's really interesting to me. Because I mean, he was falsely accused. He said, well, actually, his blood passport thing or the samples were mixed up, right? Not mixed up. They inaccurately misrepresented synthetic EPO for real EPO, right? Something of the sort. But he hasn't been running great since. Need to see something from Talita in the 400. Been underwhelming by her going pro. Good point here. I don't know. Yeah. It's a challenge sometimes when you get to that level, you don't reach the standards what you want. You're saying Vamos, Pakistan. They are in need of what 40 something runs off 39 balls. I mean, they have wickets in hand. They need to just up this up if they're gonna win. This must win for Pakistan anyway. Yeah. Back to this thing here. Underwhelming. Women's 400-meter final coming up and not too far from now. Let's see. Sydney McLaughlin is in the mix, having a splendid season. I mean, there's nothing we can say bad about Sydney right now, if we're gonna be honest. World lead over 400-meter hurdles. What was it? 52.70? Was it 52.70? Almost going sub 22 seconds over 200 meters. And she ran on the straight recently, right? Yeah. 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 If you haven't hit the like button, I would appreciate that. Let people know a good thing is going on. So this 400 meters should be a good race here. Diggs there, as all in the game is saying that she hasn't hit the kind of height since turning pro. He's 100% correct on that. There's also Stacey and Williams from Jamaica too. Let's see what she'll do. Hayes as well comes in with the fastest time this season, 50.44. Bromfield, I'm not quite sure what's happening to her, or maybe she doesn't, didn't probably reach the heights that you would expect from her. There could be other reasons too, but I don't want to get into that. Yeah, that's true. It is a year ago she did this, right? Yeah, that's good memory there. Sydney in fantastic form. Let's see. I think she's gonna run super fast. She's certainly in great shape. The 22 low suggests that. The The sub 53 suggests that as well. I mean, let's see. Sydney McLaughlin. All in the game. I'm really surprised about what Bobby did here. You know, remember when Bobby said, okay, she's going to run 400 meters last year. Then clearly she got some niggles and they didn't run. I'm surprised they went back to the 400-meter hurdles. Very surprised at that. I mean, I agree with it. I thought that if she was ever going to switch the event, she should go to the Olympics, win the title again. That would cement her as the greatest of ever over that event. I would think, oh, Pakistan just lost a wicket here. Good ball from Bumrah. And I thought if she does that, then she cements it. The world record, obviously, putting the world record into interesting space, going sub 51, and then she can spend the rest of the time running 400 meters if she wants. But then she comes back to the hurdles. Interesting. Bumrah there taking out the stumps, keeping India in the game. Uh, they want second 400 goal and put their world record to bed with low 50s. I agree with that. I think that is the truth. But when he said that last time, I was maybe anyway. You can't really listen to what Bobby says to the public. I think he does whatever he wants. Yeah. Will we get a world lead in women's 400 meters tonight? It could be tough. Conditions aren't that great so far. It looks like a lot of wind. All right, they're off. Then blocks. Sydney McLaughlin is already. Is she making up the stagger? Yes, she is, and she's running a really good back stretch right now. She is killing it right now. Killing it. That is ridiculous from Sydney right now. She's way out there. She's gonna run sub 49 for sure. At this rate, she's gonna run sub 49. Look at that. She's eating up the track right now. There's nobody beside her. This is utterly this domination right here. Utter domination. That's a 48.76. That's a world lead. Whoa. Rounded up to 48.75. World lead from Sydney McLaughlin. I don't even know who came second. It looked like, is that Diggs? I'm stunned right there. I shouldn't be. But Sydney is in next level form right now. Next level form. Let's see. Out. Look at that. She ran the first 400 meters really well. Not as great as you'd think. Easy right there. Eats up the stagger on the person in lane 6, which is Talita Diggs there. And then she's motoring. Then she picks it up again. And then she comes off the top of the bend in fantastic style. I mean, that background work training this year must have been fabulous. Look at that. And you know there must be wind coming in on the face there. Concentration. Just you trying to keep form right there as the wind is blowing into her face. That is outrageous there. 48.75 world lead. So Nikisha Price only stood on top of the world for not even 24 hours. Diggs 50.91. Williams 50.94. Huh. Yeah, she better. Yeah, that is a massive run. Statement run after Price. Look, she's not even breathing hard. I mean, she's not even breathing hard. Yeah, in excellent shape. It's like, look at that. Yeah, you're right. Like 2.2 seconds. That's outrageous right there. Outrageous. She definitely gonna run low 50s in hurdles. We gotta see what Femke can do. I don't know if Femke can hang. I mean, Femke broke the indoor world record this year. Jeez, this is crazy. Crazy. I don't know. That is a phenomenal performance by Sidney McLaughlin. Look at that. That's gonna be special right there. Clearly taking down the world lead from Nikisha Price. Yeah, that was a great race. There's nothing we can say about that. I mean, that's where you're going there, 49.9. Hmm. I don't know. Do you need conditions for that? Not in Paris, I don't think. Maybe in Eugene. Mm. I don't know. Like, that is how you get to 49.9. I'm trying to think. Like, let's see. She changed stride too, right? Or was that Femke? A hurdling pattern. How many steps she's gone now? Ugh. Let me see something. I That might be pushing it though. I can see 50. I can see 50.2, 50.3. I don't know. That might that, but I don't know. So they're both using 14 steps. I don't know all in the game. That way, if for it could. I mean, let's see. She's very clearly she can go sub 22. It's clear that could have happened recently. That was early. She's she can drop a proper. She can go 48 low now in 400 with the right conditions. But that's still a lot though. I don't know where she makes up. It, yeah, I don't know. Like coming off a hurdle 10, there's not a lot there to like. Yeah, I don't know. It's it got to hurdle cleaner, but how much cleaner will she get though? Yeah, 50.2 as well. Yeah, I think I don't know where the ceiling is, but I would say the ceiling is like 50.1 ish there right now. Maybe the athlete to go sub 50 doesn't exist, but I wouldn't want to put it past her because clearly they're in great shape. How much faster will she get from now until the trials? Not a lot, probably. Doesn't need to do much there. And then there's like a month away to Paris. They'll, yeah. Hey, if we get sub 50, then let's walk out. Then I don't think we'll see anything better in our lifetime. You know, that is just never going to happen. But yeah, I think 50, maybe 52, 50.2. Where I think Femke 2 will come. We'll see, you know? Yeah. But I guess that's the thing. Like, who opens? You're right, 48.75. I think, if I'm being honest, that what I saw right there, that wind obviously is back beating them in the face. I think she could run 48.2 over 400 meters. So the kind of shape that she's in is next level. This is, I mean, Bobby figured this out again. This is something, I'm gonna say something controversial now, but this is the way she's looking right now. She's looking like Flojo 88 right now in terms of like shape wise. I mean, like, this is not even, I don't know. That's something. World record is breaking in something. We'll see. Uh that was special right there. That is special. A quick look at the cricket here. Pakistan need 34 from 23 balls. India stifling them somewhat. They need to start hitting some runs here. Where are we? That was a stunner there from Sydney McLaughlin. Look at 48.75. First race of the season. Over 400 meters. She ran almost sub 22 seconds in the 200 in LA. And then was it last week or the week before she ran the 52.70? Yeah. The world record might go. It got to go. All right. Women's 200 meters coming up next on the track in about, yeah. And we're going to see who's in this. Gabby Thomas is running again. She ran 100 meter earlier. Didn't look so good. Jenna Prandini, Tamara Clark, Irby Jackson, Candice Hill, who's looking decent again. Ashanti Moore, Blackman, and Jordan Williams. So not great field there, but Gabby's a little bit. The last few races from Gabby, I don't really know. You know. Yeah, but actually, Flojo. Yeah, you're right. Al was the coach in '88. Yeah, for sure. Yeah, yeah, yeah. She left Bobby by them, but I was just thinking about shape wise for sure in terms of like, yeah. Yeah. I mean, right now, I mean, let's do something more contemporary. I mean, she looks like Bolt 09 right now. Like, it's just ridiculous. Or she looks like Sydney 22. I don't know, like, yeah. Was it 22 when she broke the world record? When was it? 22? Yeah. Tamara Clark. I like this woman a lot. I just don't know what's going on there. And Gabby Thomas is back in the race. Haven't been looking good the last few races. Look good early season. Ran that good 400, if my memory serves me correctly. Pakistan in trouble right now. So Thomas is Prandini is running a good curve right now. Gabby looks okay, but Prandini is going to come off the curve first. It looks like, and then Gabby Thomas is motoring, and she's taking the lead right now, and she's going to win with a few meters, and she's going to push forward. That's 22.42 into a minus 3.1. That's a sub 22. That's a sub 22 run there with good win, or very close to it. That's a massive headwind they just ran into. Yeah, she's very Yeah, you're right. She's inconsistent, but I mean, I like from Clark from like when she runs good, she looks really smooth. Like technique wise when she's doing it. But no, I don't know what's happening in these last few years. I don't know. You could see how Gabby was like forcing that right there into that wind. Into a negative win is ridiculous. Into a -3 win is ridiculous. This makes me even wonder, like, was that a 47 run there from Sydney in real life then? Because I assuming that was the kind of win you were getting on the home stretch. Anyway, I don't know why I'm back to Sydney there. Jeez, that was a crazy win to run into. That's a really good run there from Gabby Thomas into a 3.1 headwind. 22.42, Tamara Clark 22.79. That's a good run too. Prandini 22.96. So three women going sub 23 into some serious win there. So we're getting close to the end of the New York Grand Prix. Up next will be the men's 200 meters, and it will feature a stellar lineup. Noah Lyles is going to run out of lane 7. You have Fambule as well, Brandon Carnes, Josephus Lyles, Curry, Hickling, Morrow, and Harris. There shouldn't be any kind of competition here. Noah is going to finally open up over 200. He hasn't run any 200s this season. Ran a really fast 100-meter last week in Jamaica against coming second against behind rather. What's his name? Oblique Seville. Yeah, thanks for that. Yeah, roughly 22:07, 21 or so if you get some. Yeah, yeah. Yeah, that was a good run from Gabby coming back from that 200, 100-meter there. Now that I'm reflecting on it, because she didn't look so good the last couple of weeks. I don't know if we talked about it yet, all in the game. Thoughts on Sharika Jackson so far? And I appreciate everybody who managed to like the video this evening. It goes everything. Lots of live shows this year. Also, a bunch of videos coming out soon. Yeah, that's what I thought too. Like when she ran that, I mean, she won the last race there, but she looks like loaded to me as well, but also loaded with more weight than you would want to see. I guess these next few weeks will be critical by, I guess, yeah, end of the month for Jamaica trials, because they only have a trials on a weekend on one weekend. US has 2 weeks of trials, right? Yeah, yeah. So we'll see. We shall see. I don't think she needs to be in 21-4 shape to win the 200-meter title at the Olympics, but you want to get close to that. You want to be in 21-6 at least to make sure you have no problems. Oh, there's a no ball here from Suraj. It's going to be a couple of runs there. That's the question. I'm like, I actually haven't asked. I was gonna ask somebody recently, but I don't know. I mean, it's a bit strange, right? That you would go to the trials and not run a race. I mean, I know, like, sorry about that. My real mic just died on me, so I gotta switch mics to a less than high quality one. Uh, yeah, I don't know. To be honest with you, uh, all in the game, you would anticipate that she would want to run a race or two before you get to the trials. I know Shelly is like that kind of athlete, like a Usain Bolt who can run through the rounds, but you don't want to mess around and not look good. I don't know. It's what? When is the trials? 3 weeks? 2.5 weeks? 3 weeks? You would expect you want to see her on the track. Let's see what we get here from this 200 meters. What is that in Eliza's here? Oh, beads. Well, we know Lyles is in good shape. He ran at 985 last week. It's going to open up over 200 here. Let's see what he can do. I don't really think there's anybody here that could even do anything. Speaking of that, oh, did she? I haven't. I need to go. I'm going to switch over to some of that in a second. 10 Diener and 1096 into a negative win. That's good. No, not negative in a 0.3 win, but it's rainy there in Rome right now. Is Aaron done for the season? Is Knighton running? I mean, he's struggling with injury, right? Is he even gonna show up for the United States trials? All right, they're in off for the 200 meters here, and there's a false start. Like, who's false starting? Yeah, it's very difficult to discern the false start with the naked eye. We need to see reaction times. Oh yeah. There's a block slippage. Why are these blocks slipping though? I don't understand. It looks like they probably just redid the start area, like they basically repaired that area because all of the start areas on this track has a new blue look there. And I don't know what kind of track that is. From my vantage point, it's hard to see what type of track is, what kind of surface they have, like manufacturer surface. Usually, it probably has to be a non-mondo track there, because otherwise, because the way that looks in terms of how you would layer that, it looks like some other company making that track. But I could be wrong. I don't know what track they have in Randall Island. Holloway says Naita might not run. Okay, interesting. Yeah, and he I guess he's injured, right? He has to be injured. It's too bad for him too, right? At one point I thought he would be one that could really take on the Usain Bolt not necessarily the records, but the title winnings as well. That might up to now be up to let's see Tobogo. Clearly Noah is too old now to he's never won an Olympic title yet. This might be his first, but if anybody wants to eclipse the Usain Bolt record in 200 meters, I don't think maybe Let's Sealy could try that if he starts winning this year. Then he has to win 3 in a row. Then he has to clean up all those. How many world titles both have over 200 meters? 5. It's like you have to be healthy too. Pakistan is going to lose this. Oh boy, this is ridiculous here in this Grand Prix. They're coming with new blocks again. I mean, that's just like really. This is like club meets. This is not even a serious track and field meet right now. All right, still a delayed start here. Let me see what I'm missing here. The next year, Tubog and Nathan Bolt has 4 world championships. Elias will tie if he wins next year. Bolt should have won 5. Yeah, that's true. That's true. Yeah. Ooh, another wicket here for India. Pakistan are losing this match. This is embarrassing for them there. Yeah. That's that 3 Olympic titles that really kills you, And I think when you think about it, it's Lestili and Knighton with the age range that could potentially do stuff there, but it's not. That's why I guess Bolt's that special, right? Yeah. I saw a clip of Bolt talking to Talk Sports. I don't know if it's a recent clip, like maybe this weekend or the weekend before, and when he was declaring that he would have come back or he wanted to come back, but clearly Glenn Mills was like no. But he could have stuck if Bolt stuck around the way Shelley did. I think he would have won a few more for sure, as long as he didn't get injured. And in this era, I mean, assuming that if he could have still got up to 9/8, and so he would be very competitive over 100 meters. I don't know if he could have pulled off the 200 meters once Lyles got to his top form, but because you got to be in that kind of shape, but who knows? Yeah, it's amateur hour. It's ridiculous. That should have started 20 minutes ago by now. Pakistan needs 18 from 6 balls. They won't make this at all. All right, they're finally getting back in the blocks. Let's see what we'll get here. Lyles looks good. He's already eating up the stagger. He's running really fast right now. And he's like off by himself. He's going to win this by a country mile. Excellent speed right here. It's really a good form. He's pushing 1977 into a minus 1.6 headwind. So not as a bigger headwind, not as large of a headwind as Gabby Thomas facing her 200 meters, but a sensational time, 1977. It looks really good coming off the curve here. Let's see. Yeah, he ran the curve really well. Yeah, I mean, that's a really good run. I can't even be critical of this. They held them for like however long. And yeah. Well, that's it for the. Yeah, I don't know if you could have beat by then. I mean, it depends now. The difference is that I suppose also competition matters, right? So I think in the sense that if he was still there and he took it seriously, he probably could have beaten. I mean, talent wise, clearly is different, but you know, one was going in the next direction, the other was coming the other way, and yeah, you know, he stretched for it to stay in 17 for sure. It was also a tough year. German Mason had died as well. Yeah, and but if he was healthy and he worked hard, then I think he would deliver. But you know, I guess it's those if but type stuff. We'll never know, and the sport has moved on. Yeah, you're right. That's a 19.6, 1950 if you get perfect win there. So I mean, we know Noah is in good shape. That is good shape. 1960 going into the U.S. Championship is more than enough, I believe. I don't think three men will run faster than that to beat Lyles at the U.S. Championships. Yeah. I mean, his key thing is to deliver on the 100 meter. I still think he probably will win the 100 meter at the U.S. national trials. He's clearly running really fast. I guess we'll see what Kristen Coleman comes with. Who knows what Fred Kerley will do because we haven't seen him. I doubt he's going to be in any kind of super shape there. But we'll get a chance in a couple of weeks to look at that. At the end, this meet is over. It's not particularly a great meet if we're being honest with ourselves here. Uh, the cricket is about to be over. Uh, Pakistan needs 16 from 3 balls. They really screw this up. That's a sensational shot there. It goes into the boundary. So that's going to be 12 runs from 2 balls remaining for Pakistan. They still won't get that. Yeah. And India will win I think India will win this, and Pakistan's chances of getting out of this group in this T20 World Cup is over. I mean, India found a way. They just like that's the great thing about this Indian team. Yeah. Let's see. Ooh. There's a field out there. That's another 4. Actually made that, yeah. But that's over now. You have 1 ball remaining, need 8 runs. Unless it's a no ball and you get a free hit. That's it. All right, yeah, so that was an interesting meet there, guys. Thanks for joining me. I will just watch out the remainder of this cricket. Probably go see some European championships. I've been streaming since 10 this morning, so it's been a long day. We'll just finish this on the cricket side of things. So 1 ball remaining in the innings. They need 8 runs from 1. That's not possible unless there is a no ball. And that's it. India's won the match. And they have successfully defended 119 runs, the lowest total that India's ever been bowled out for in a T20 World Cup. And after some great bowling from the Pakistani men, India finds a way. Fantastic. I didn't get a chance to watch all of it in detail because I was doing the track and field here. But 3 wickets for Jasprit Bumrah, 2 for Hardik Pandya, Axel Patel with 1, Arshdeep Singh with another wicket as well. And this must be a devastating feeling for Pakistan, knowing that they should have won this. At one point, they were comfortably going to win this, and then they started to get stifled and lost wickets at regular intervals. And this is good news for the United States, because the United States are having beaten Pakistan as well. They will, I think, will stay top of the group, if I'm not mistaken, or unless India's net run rate goes ahead of them. I have to check in a second. Yeah, India will go ahead of them because they'll have a superior net run rate of 1.45. So India and Pakistan top Group A with 4 points apart. Canada has 2, Pakistan 2 defeats, Ireland also with 2 defeats. Cricket is an interesting game there. Scotland needs another 22 runs off 48 balls. They should get that comfortably, only 3 wickets down. Yeah. All right, guys. Really appreciate you tonight and all day and support. Like the video as you go out. I'm going to sign off, and I may come back up later on. You never know. But I'll see you guys soon. Check out everything that's on the channel. I really appreciate you.